Hello, good morning everyone. This is Matthew Ringkangmai, and today I'll be sharing about the forgiveness and also the beauty, the enhancing beauty of forgiveness in every believer's life if we practice forgiveness in our daily life, which is also very essential as a believer. As God forgives our sin, we are ought to forgive one another's sins by releasing them of their past wrongs or their deeds. And it is also one of the most important things that we are to apply as we continue to live a Christian life journey. And I would like to share it with a short story, and this will not be long. I'll try to make it short as far as possible, from the story of the pearl and the oyster. We all know what oyster is. It is found in the ocean. Looking back, the pearl, one day a grain of sand entered into the oyster, the open oyster shell. This is how the oyster is determined within itself to turn the intruding substance that has unwelcomely entered his world into something of value and beauty, a priceless pearl sought after and admired by millions. It was an intruder, unwelcome, uninvited object into the oyster. But the oyster thought and said to itself, "What shall I do with this unwelcome intruders into my life? I cannot fight it. I cannot get rid of it. I can just accept it, not complaining and hoping that one day it will go away, it will resolve itself." This is what the oyster decided. I will deposit a milky substance like that every oyster has ability to produce, and start to coat the piece of sand with a milky substance. So the oyster produce layer upon layer again and again until it becomes an object of beauty and value, a priceless pearl. The oyster is determined within himself to turn the intruder's substance and uninvited things into his life and unwelcomely enter his world into something of value and beauty, a priceless pearl sought after and admired by millions. So this is a beautiful lesson on how forgiveness has its beauty. This explains how the intruders or the sand, unwelcome substance that enter into the oyster, and how he decides to produce a milky light substance layer upon layer again to form a priceless pearl. The milky substance equates to God's grace in our life as a believer, and in particular His grace of forgiveness as a sinner. So we through God's grace can turn those things that irritate us, offend us, cause us pain, intrude into our life without permission into something positive, precious, beautiful, and enhancing the inner parts of our life, depositing grace, the grace that we have received from God our Father, and also on those things that intrude into our life and ministry, those things that cause pain, discomfort, and disturb us. We continue to cover it with God's grace, like the oyster decide in himself to deposit a milky substance like layer upon a layer again and again until the intruded things, the object, form into a beauty, a priceless pearl sought after by millions, admired by millions. So this is the example or the illustration on how as a believer can turn things which offend us, broken relationship, family relationship, with friends, in the school, wherever you are. And our life here on earth is always not easy, but we can turn those negative things that come into our life, that come into our heart. But if we, through God's grace, continue to forgive them, continue to apply the grace in our wound, that can turn into love, a bond of relationship, an intimate relationship with our family members, with our colleagues, with our friends, including to ourselves. And also we can turn those things which irritate into a things of beauty and of priceless value. Through God's grace available to us, we can turn, if gold can turn into diamond and sand can turn to pearls, if a ugly worm can turn into a beautiful butterfly, then love can turn the world. And the past will always remain as past. But the reason sometimes why we forgive is to enlarge the future, to make our future brighter. And surely as the sun rises, God's grace will shine into our life, to all the people around us through God's grace. And let us continue to create beauty wherever we are, because life is full of disturbance, life is full of struggles, life is full of discouragement, life is brokenness in our life. We always feel anxiety and we are always depressed and we are always down. But through God's grace, we can turn those negativity into something positivity. So let us pray in our heart that God will give us this love, a genuine love, full of grace, and continue to apply grace wherever we are to heal our wounds and to heal the people who are broken. And let us continue to forgive one another and let us create beauty wherever we are. So this is the few encouragement to all my brethren, and thank you everyone for watching this video till the end. May God bless you. Thank you. Bye.